Well, there's been a lot of outcry now over the military's ban or imposing a ban on the independent or the indigenous people of Biafra, talking about IPOB. Well, Femi Falana, a human rights activist, is one of them, and he called that action as an act of hypocrisy by the ruling class and an illegality on the part of the army. According to him, now Section 2 of the Terrorism Act, the year 2011, as amended, provides that a terrorist organization can only be proscribed in the country on the order of the Federal High Court based on an application made by either the National Security Advisor, the Attorney General of the Federation, or Inspector General of Police, with the approval of the President. Well, let's talk about all of that now as we bring via Skype lawyer Santoma Joel. He joins us from London. Many thanks for joining us on the news this hour. Reports have been circulating online saying the President, well, more or less signed or approved the army ban now before he traveled to the United States for the UN General Assembly. But that hasn't been confirmed by the presidency. What do you think about the legality of the Army's action? Some have said the Army is an arm of the executive and so should have taken that decision.
Yeah, I just believe what the Army did was just completely wrong. This has been echoed by so many people in Nigeria, saying that the Army does not even have the constitutional right to do what they've done. I mean, I listened to Major General Eneche, who spoke on behalf of the Army, saying, giving reasons why IPOB should be proscribed. But the truth of the matter is, even if you want to do that, you need to follow the due process. And this has been echoed by the Senate President and so many other human rights activists. The rules are there. The law is there for them to follow. They didn't even follow it. This has to be approved. For you to actually proscribe any organization as a terrorist organization, you need to go through the court. You don't just come out to say, because of whatever dealings you had with them, to say this organization or association has been proscribed as a terrorist organization. That was completely unfortunate.
So, seeing as you join others in saying it's been an illegal act by the Army now, what can be done? Can it be contested?
Well, the presidency hasn't even confirmed that the president signed an order to that effect. I believe many people are waiting to hear a confirmation from the president. But the executive, they know what to do. I mean, Abubakar Malami can make an application in order to put that into process and actually get it approved if they really want to proscribe IPOB. At the moment, we don't agree that what they have done is correct, and nobody has confirmed from the presidency that this organization has been proscribed. Many do not actually.
Yeah, apologies, Joel. It seems to be an action that the federal government is pondering upon now. But legally speaking now, or if one looks at the facts on the ground now, is this a step the federal government should take now? Should the federal government veto the action of the Army now? Should the government approve the ban, the proscription of the IPOB, or then should they toe other means? What do you think?
Well, they can't even approve it because what the military had done already is completely wrong and unconstitutional. So no one is going to veto what is not existing at all. So what the presidency should do is, if they want to go through the process, they have to follow the law. They have to follow the process of making it prescribed. I mean, the Terrorism Act of 2013, as amended, is there. And if they want to do it, they follow it. So if the military did not go through that process, you can't see you can't say what they had done was correct. And if it's not correct, there's no need for veto there. So from where I'm sitting, what they had done was unconstitutional and cannot hold. They can't even communicate such information to the United Nations and then prescribe IPOB as a terrorist organization when the due process of law or in law has not been taken. So I don't see any veto there for something that I don't think is correct.
Also, Joel, it's also been in contention here in Nigeria, even within legal circles now, as to should the army even be operating or maintaining law and order now in Abia State. Now, of course, the government is relying on the Armed Forces Act and the Constitution, which empowers the army, so to speak, now to curb insurrection even in Nigeria and not just, external aggression. What is your take?
Unfortunately, there is a lot of poverty of thoughts amongst the southeastern leaders, and some of us believe that the southeastern governors were the people that actually invited, in collaboration with the federal executive, to ask the military to come and assist in the eastern part of the country. Whether or not the military should be doing that is another case. Our police is not even strong enough to do any of that. What some of us do not agree with is the heavy-handedness of the army in their Operation Python dance. Okay, what they had done was completely wrong. They were taught, they were treating people very badly. The military came there because the police that we have in the country, Nigeria, isn't fit enough to carry out such functions. And I believe that was the reason the military stepped in order to assist with the process.
Joel Santoma, many thanks for your analysis of the situation back home in Nigeria. We appreciate you joining us from London.
Thank you very much.